A divine greetings to the 13 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the awesome-fearing name of Abba Yahuwah Elohim. This is the awesome-fearing name that is above all name, eternal. Shabbat Shalom, much love, and much prosperity attend you family. For you are the only reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah saith unto Yehukanai, the Revelator, seal not the prophecies of this book, for the time is simply near. Exactly what we are doing here, family. Decoding end times, prophecies, signs, dreams, in preparing people like you, body like you, house like you, for the blessed returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due eternally our worship, praise, honor, service, riches, power, wealth, to the glory of his magnificent Abba Yahuwah, the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, yes, to the Ruach HaKodesh, to the Ruach HaKodesh, to the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, is the very DNA, the very fire, the true XX. When we speak of Abba Yahuwah, is the Ruach HaKodesh. And when we talk about Abba Yahuwah, is the Ruach HaKodesh. When we say Abba Yahuwah is so powerful, is the Ruach HaKodesh. Is the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, it's all inclusive. The power of heaven, power of earth, and the power of underworld. He is the power of eternity, eternal breath. Is the Ruach HaKodesh. Is all inclusive. The power of wonders, the power of conception, and the power of birth, and also the power of the rebirthing, the eternal, glorified body. It's all the doings of the Ruach HaKodesh. And now you know why I love it. It's the Ruach HaKodesh. It's the Ruach HaKodesh. It's all you need. It's your teacher, your cleanser, your best friend, your comforter, the very one to reveal the deep things of you unto you is the Spirit. Always remember that. He is the one that sets your spirit up and pull it out, what is being said about you, what is being ordained in your spirit. Is the Ruach HaKodesh, is the one to reveal it unto you. And that is the no-go area. Now you know why you shouldn't go there, and why you shouldn't touch Abba Yahuwah in that area. And why Abba Yahuwah said he is unpardonable part. Yes, that is to say, don't blaspheme, don't lie against him. Don't raise your shoulder equal level with him. Always at his feet. There you get eternal breath, oxygen. Then you rule and reign with the eternal King, the body of Abba Yahuwah. Abba Yahuwah have a soul. He have a body. He have a spirit. And who is this body? It is Yahushua HaMashiach. The word of Abba Yahuwah became flesh and dwelt among us. He gave him unto us, the very one we can relate to, the very one we can talk to, the very one we can, narrate our difficulties unto. Is Yahushua HaMashiach. And so it is the fatherhood of Abba Yahuwah. When it comes to Father, Abba Yahuwah will put on flesh and walk with you, has his songs, has his daughters. I just love the Ruach HaKodesh. I just love the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, I so much love the Ruach HaKodesh. I love the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, Abba Yahuwah, you have been worshipped, praised, loved, honored, and served right in the temple of your eternal handmaid, your very Isha, for you are my Abba, also my eternal husband. I love you, Abba. I love you, King Yahushua HaMashiach. I love you, Ruach HaKodesh. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Abba. All right, now, family. Here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled for you and me. Feast of Trumpets, aka Rapture, is Yahuwah phase 1 and 2, thunderous voices. Okay, let me take it again. Feast of Trumpets, aka Rapture, is Yahuwah phase 1 and 2, thunderous voices. Which one do you want to hear? Is a question mark for you and I. Which one do you want to hear? The phase 1 or the phase 2? Now I want to still touch on it a little bit, the phase 1. Though we did that 2 days ago, 16th of September was the very first day of the 7th biblical month. Okay, so today now I want to look, we couldn't finish it over there, so I don't want to title it part 2, rather giving it another title for a better understanding the phase 1 and 2. So we are still in the phase 1, the very one you ought to hear, and the phase 2, that is the part you shouldn't long for, or you shouldn't even play games around at all. And I will tell you how you play games around the phase 2. It's in your character, it's in your dealings, it's in your action, it's in your decision. Okay, it's in the fruits you bear. Okay, through the fruits that you bear, that is how you're going to know you are in the phase 1 or in the phase 2. First of all, let's put the leftover scripture of the phase 1. We did that one 2 days ago. You can go and listen to that. Today is 3rd day of the 7th biblical month, the month of rest. This is a prophetic month, the very powerful, set-apart month of Abba Yahuwah to reveal himself again to the world. So let's put the leftover, then we'll now rush over to the phase 2, the very one you shouldn't at all be playing games around. The very one you ought to avoid at all costs. The very one you should run away at all costs from. Whatever that is going to cause you to destroy your flesh, let it go, because you don't want to hear the second voice, the phase 2 voice of Abba Yahuwah. You don't. Now, you don't. Let's start walking our way from here. Revelation chapter 1, verses 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand, is knocking at the door. So now it said, blessed are you when you read the prophecies of this book and you also keep it. It said you are blessed, because the time to fulfill the leftover prophecy is knocking at the door. This is why Jesus will always have problem with me. This is why I will always cause that demon, because he said he destroyed the royal law. He said he destroyed the Old Testament. And meanwhile, all this prophecy not yet fulfilled is in the Old Testament. Can we go there now? That is why I will forever curse Jesus, because he's a devil. I will forever return down him in Yahuwah's mighty name. I will forever insult that demon. I will forever curse him with the name of Yahuwah, because Jesus is cursed right from the beginning, and he is accursed eternal. In the mighty name of Yahuwah, nothing reverses that, because Jesus and Allah were the one in Genesis 3 that deceived the first man and the first woman to break the royal law that brings about these causes of eternal damnation today. It was not by Jesus Christ from the pits of hell. And he's still doing that lying wonders today. He's still deceiving himself, deceiving his people. You can deceive yourself and deceive your people, but leave the people of the book alone. Matthew 24:24 make it so broad that a false Messiah is coming, and with his many false prophets. And they are going to be doing notable miracles. And to do what? What is the nature of their miracle? To deceive people, to deceive the elect. Thunderstrike Jesus in YAHUAH'S mighty name. And who is doing that nonsense fetish miracle today? It's not this bastard Jesus. The letter J that gave you Jesus isn't yet 400 years old. Our book is already been written even before this letter J came in use. And you see the nonsensical of that Jesus Christ from the pit of hell. Thunderstrike Jesus in YAHUAH'S mighty name. I will forever curse that demon, okay? It's a demon. I don't care what you say is his to you, is your business. Because devils have followers. And the followers of devil, there are so many. So many uncountable. Check it out. Matthew chapter 7, verses 14 through 15. It said the broad way is so wide. And many people gone through that broad way. That is the devil Jesus is. That is the way Jesus is leading. The devil has people. In fact, he has many followers. He said, but the narrow way is so lowly. Look at me now, I'm so lowly. How many viewers do I have? Do I really care? Of course not. Many are calling few. We are in session. Who are the few? The elect. Who cares? They thought my message was a message of Broadway. When I really started, thousands of viewers. I don't do live video. But when they now listen and look into it, all of them run away. Because they are the people of the broad way. They are not made for narrow way. And narrow way is a lowly road. It's not a road that you're going to be seeing people, No, it's so lowly. It's so lowly. Only few found it. Only few. Only broad way you see all this nonsense going on there. Now, since Jesus Christ from the pit of hell, thunderstrike that demon YAHUAH'S mighty name that brings this confusion. Letter J that gave you Jesus is not yet 400 years old. First King James translation, you can't get Jesus there. Done in the year 1611. 410 years now. Jesus is not there. Why? Because letter J is not in use. And you guys said the New Testament was written in Greek. And as we are still talking Greek, don't have letter J. Where did Jesus came from? Man made up. Thunderstrike Jesus in YAHUAH'S mighty name. From what did they call him? Now I will remember the name. Jesus has been migrated, changing names, from Thomas to Baker. From Baker to, I forgot the other name. He migrated from Thomas to Baker. From Baker, he also went into another one. From that one, he went modern, yes. From Thomas to modern, it was modern first. I found that in the book of Joshua. From Baker, from Thomas to modern, and from modern to Baker, from Baker to Jesus, from Jesus to Jesus. Come on now. And from Jesus, he's going to turn the Islamic prophet. You don't know what you are playing games with. These are wicked deities. These are wicked spirits. Wicked folly angels. Wicked folly deities. You are playing around them. All right now. Anyway, we are not for that today. But I will keep on swearing for Jesus in YAHUAH'S mighty name. Leviticus, we want to do why we are here today. The reason why this one also remind me of insulting Jesus, swearing for Jesus, is because the other voice of Abba Yahuwah, Jesus brings about that, which is so ugly, so dreadful. Link of fire. Now, the fire of this earth is an example for you to understand how horrible it's going to be to have your totality, your totality inside fire. You don't even put that into consideration and understand that the broad way, you ought not to. And stick with just one name given unto you. Apostle chapter 4 verses 12. It said there is no salvation on any other name but one. Yahushua, that is his name, salvation. When it comes to English, in Hebrew, it's Joshua. In abbreviation, the full name is Yahushua. John 5:43, I come in my father's name. Yes, every one of us carry our father's name. His father is Yahuwah. Exodus 3:13 through 15. What is Yahuwah? I am that I am. That is who I am. And his son came and picked that name upon himself, Yahushua. I am. What is the meaning? I am is salvation. Joshua is salvation. That is his name. I say you cannot get salvation. You cannot get Yahushua in Sunday. You cannot get Yahushua in pagan calendar. You cannot get Yahushua in Gregorian calendar. In all this nonsense, Easter, all these things you are doing, you can't get Yahushua over there. Yahushua stick with his father calendar. His name is Yahushua. In English, Joshua. Salvation, excuse me. His name is Joshua. In English, salvation. Anyways, let's dig into the leftover. We are also running out of time. Why cry? Best known as Leviticus 23, verses 23 through 25. How can you say you want to rapture and you don't know this very moment we are? And you don't even care about knowing the calendar of Abba Yahuwah? And you are using Gregorian calendar? And you say you are already proceeding into 10 months? And where Abba Yahuwah said, I am in the 7th month. And you neglect that of Abba Yahuwah? And you not run after his opponent calendar? Calendar is being given by a deity to watch for. Okay? You are watching for, your enemy, the pork, Jesus Christ. You said the blood of the pork, the golden calf is going to save you. You're going to miss the rapture. That's why Yahushua said, his coming is like the days. It's going to be like a thief in the night. You know this moment? No. Are you aware? No. Do you know what it is? No. But you say you want to rapture. How? You will rapture to Islam. Listen, Leviticus 23, verses 23 through 25. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day, ye shall have a Shabbat. Rest. Okay, I did that. I don't work in any holy feast days. I don't work the 1st day and the last day. Now we are proceeding. Now next week Shabbat is going to be Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, the day of atonement. That is the day a glorified body. That one is another biggie. Do you know that? No, but you only know Easter. You only know this nonsense. And yet you say you want to rapture. And yet you say you need a glorified body. Let me tell you. On this feast, two days ago, 99th blast of trumpet is sounded. It altogether is 100 stand of trumpets, shofar, sounded 100 times. But 99 is sounded. That is the day heaven is opened. 2 days ago. Okay. Now, when is the last one going to be? When is the last trump? It's being called last trump. When is it going to be heard? Next week Shabbat. That is the day heaven will be closed. And when it's shut, you can't enter. Then you're gonna be hearing the other voice. The very one you showed it. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Not the people of the devil. His own people is going to be destroyed because you neglect the covenant keeping Yahuwah. Anyway, let's keep reading 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, ye shall have a Shabbat, a memorial, or blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation. A memory. Memory of what? Do you have memory card? Do you have, memory card on your brain? Do you sure you have memory card on your brain? Starting from the beginning, day one of whatever you've been jotted down or for whatever you put in there, to this very moment, you memorize something. And can you remember what you have already memorized? So what is the nature of just going to the street and begin to blow trumpet and begin to sound trumpet, begin to make noise? Do Abba Yahuwah want us to disturb our neighbor? Is that what it means? What memory? What do you need to memorize? What do you need to remember? He said this blowing of trumpet is for you to remember something. It's for you to put something. What is for you to pull out what you already been memorized in your memory card, which is in your brain. A thing that is already existing in you. Now let's go and look at it in another way. Bereshit, best known as Genesis chapter 1, 24 through 31. And Yahuwah said, let the earth, no, I'm not going to be reading 24. No, I'm sorry, 26, I wanted to say. And Yahuwah said, let us make man in our image. Are you the image of Yahuwah? In our likeness, let them. Okay, let me take it again. And Yahuwah said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Now, are you the image of Yahuwah? If you are the image of Yahuwah, you shouldn't be fornicating. If you are the image of Yahuwah, you should not be stealing. If you are the image of Yahuwah, you should not be lying. If you are the image of Yahuwah, you should not be deceiving your neighbor, your friends, family, wherever, whosoever that are connected with you. You should not be deceiving them. If you are the image of Yahuwah, all these horrible things going on in the world, you should not be a part of it. Are you the image of Yahuwah? Not yet for you to come and begin to sing nonsense, but again, no fruit of that in you. Not yet for you to be, declaring. Everyone, even devil can even also say that. Devil can proclaim that I am born again. But by his fruit, you're going to know who he is. So now, are you the image of Yahuwah? Or maybe you are forgotten. So this is the nature of this segment to let you know that you are created in the image of a holy Yahuwah. Now that sin has separated you, giving you another image of the dragon, we see that in Revelation chapter 13, that this beast, which is Jesus and Mahdi, has the power to give breath to his image. And his image is going to be talking, and they're going to be cursing people. Okay? So, something now change you from the image of Yahuwah and now put you now and make you now the image of the beast. So, Abba Yahuwah said you should remember that you are his image. You should remember that you are his image, that he made you in his own image. Goes to mirror, look at yourself. That is how Abba Yahuwah is when it comes to fatherhood. You are his replica. So there is no seeing him. And that is the nature of the fix of trumpet. To bring you back to the image of Abba Yahuwah and to delete and flush away the image of dragon in you, which is death. Genesis 3. You forgot. The whole world has already forgotten. Abba Yahuwah said, sound a shofar. 99 on the first day, blast it loud. Let them know something is going on over here. Abba Yahuwah voice needs attention, needs to be attended to. But if you close a deaf ear and to his voice, trumpet, sorry, you're going to hear the other one. In either way, you must hear one of these two voices. Now, this is the call. His voice is still calling. Revelation 2:1. Unto the angel of the congregation of Ephesus write, this thing saith he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. You see, 7 is perfection. And we are in the 7th month of biblical year. And this is the same very month the Ark of Noah rested, Genesis 8 verses 4. Check it out. 7 simply means completion, perfection, well done. Verses 2. I know thy works, and thy labor, and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil, and thou hast tried them which say they are apostles, yes, and are not, and hast found them liars. Yeah, they are the seed of serpent. They are in our midst. They are Christians. All Christian pastors are seed of serpent. 3. Because they know better. 3. And has borne and has patience. And for my name's sake is Yahuwah Yahushua, not Paul, Jesus, okay? Sake has labored and has not fainted. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love, where we came from. Remember, this is what he wanted to remember. Therefore, from whence thou art fallen. He said you are fallen. You see all the qualification? But yet he said this ministry is folly. And repent and do the first works, or else, if you don't work, strive hard, okay, in soon, and hold on to the covenant keeping Yahuwah. He said, look at what he's going to do to you. This is the second voice you shouldn't have been hearing. Or else, I will come unto thee quickly, and will remove thy candlestick. That is going to off your light breath. He's going to take it off. The Ruach HaKodesh is going to take his breath from you, out of his place, except thou repent. This is the call for repentance. This is the call. The 99 blast is a call for repentance. And the one trump that needs to go, that is a week today, is to call the elect into the paradise. I don't know what part are you. Check it out. You know best the part you are. Revelation 1 verses 10 talk about the voice of trumpet. That is his voice. He says his voice is trumpet. And Revelation 4 1 through 3 also talk about the voice of trumpet. Okay, we read this already in the one we did 2 days ago. First John chapter 3 verses 2. He said when he appears, we're gonna be like him. When he comes, they said we're gonna look like him. And how do we once look like? The image of Yahuwah without no contamination of the image of the beast. Everyone carries the image of the beast. So what is the image of the beast? It's this death and sin in our flesh. That is why this body needs renovation. To destroy this very body we carries. Because it carries sin. Okay? Satan imputes nonsense into that body. The very one you are calling your Jesus today. Okay? So he said when he appears, Yahushua said when he comes now, we're going to look like him. So how? He said, they're in our likeness. So we're going to look like him again. We're going to, because we are his image. But something drastic took place in Genesis 3 that imputes the image of the beast in us. So this service, a feast, is the place of salvation. Especially this very one we are. It is for Abba Yahuwah to make us again in his own image. And that is what we are going through now. Okay, let's just read it since we quote it already. 1 John chapter 3 verses 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahuwah, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him. He said, let us make man in our own image, in our own likeness. We're going to be like Yahushua. Because that is how he wants to make us. We shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. The body is going to see him as he is. That is where I just quoted the Revelation 1 verses 10. He said when he heard that voice of trumpet, he said right away I was in the spirit. So that is the body Yahuwah is walking towards to bring to us the elect, in order for us not to look like him. Angelic being, the true image of Yahuwah without no genetic modified organism of the beast, without no nonsense, no nonsense of the beast inside of us, the gallbladder, without no nonsense of image of the beast, the death, the sin, the wickedness he taught our flesh. Now, Shemo, best known as Exodus chapter 19 verses 16 through 20, and it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount. Remember, Messiah is coming with the clouds of heaven. He's coming with the clouds. Thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of trumpet exceedingly loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. We tremble in the fear of Yahuwah, but not in the other way around. Okay. Let's quickly rush to 18 now. And Masana was altogether on a smoke, because Yahuwah descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mouth quaked greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded again, you see a voice, what voice trumpet? When the voice of the trumpet sounded long and was louder and louder, Moshe spake, and Yahuwah answered him by a voice. And Yahuwah said unto him, come up. Okay, Yahuwah go down. Okay, let's drop that. Okay, you see the voice of trumpet is calling now. That same chapter 20 now, verses 18 through 19. That is Exodus, okay? Chapter 20, verses 18 through 19. And all the people saw the thunderous and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpets and the mountain smoking, and when the people saw it, they removed and stand far off And they said unto Moshe, thou with okay, they said unto Moshe, speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not Yahuwah speak with us, lest we die. That is his voice. Boriri. You see the fear in his voice? That is why he gave us his son, because Moshe said, a prophet like me is coming. Because we can't, Abba Yahuwah cannot interact with us. That is why miraculously put his word into flesh. The very one we can relate to. What our forefather was saying, give us your word as a prophet and let him talk to us. And he is the one to come and be talking to you and hear your voice. We cannot hear it. At least we all will die because it's thunder. Is this what you are playing games with? And you are not afraid of him when he pronounces judgment? I don't know. For you, me, I'm so scared. Remember where we read? 1 John chapter 3 verses 2. He said when he appears, we're going to just be like him. Let's take a little clue how he looks like. And the same you're going to be looking like. That same Exodus 24 verses 10. And they saw the Yahuwah of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved of sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his cleanliness. That is angelic being. This is what Abi will want to turn you into. This is how we're going to look like him. And let's see what he put on us to make us look like him. Ezekiel chapter 60 verses 8 through 14. Now when I passed by thee, when did he pass by us? Where we just came from, Exodus 19. Now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, that time was the time of love. And I spread my skirt over thee. What is the nature of a man spreading a skirt over congregation or a woman? It is a marital covenant. Ruth chapter 4 have that. When Boaz, chapter should be chapter 2. Okay, where Ruth said unto Boaz, spread your garment. Garment also means skirt. Skirt is garment. Spread your garment over me. Cover me. It is a marital covenant. And I bet you want to make it so clear that he's a husband. He said, I spread my skirt over thee and covered thy nakedness. When were you naked? Genesis 3. Yea, I swear unto thee and entered into a covenant with thee. When did he enter into a covenant with us? Where we just came from. Exodus chapter 19, when he gave us his rules and regulation as a husband and as a father. And we say, yes, we do unto him. Saith Yahuwah Adonai, and thou becomest man. He took you out from the image of the beast in Egypt and not turned you now to him himself. But something again happened that returned back the golden calf into the camp. Verses 9. And I washed thee, and then I washed thee with water. Water is the royal law. It's going to wash you and make you. Yeshua said, you are clean because of my spoken word. That is John chapter 15 verses 3. Say you are clean because of the word that I have spoken unto you. Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood. What is blood? Blood simply means sin. Isaiah chapter 1 verses 18. In fact, verses 15 said your hand is stained with blood. And verses 18 said sin is blood. That is why the red beast is a minister of sin. And the red dragon is a minister of sin. And Christians always wear red in their Christmas. The day Jesus was birthed is a sin coming to the world. From thee, and I anoint thee with oil. What is oil? The Ruach HaKodesh, to begin to work with you and teach you the ways you need to go. Verses 10. I clothe thee also with Baghdad wool, and shield thee with Baghdad skin, and I girt thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with sling. I decked thee also with ornaments, And I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on the neck, and I put jewelry on thy forehead, and earrings in thy ears, and a beautiful crown upon thy head. Thou wast, thou wast, okay, thus wast thou decked with gold and silver, and a garment with a fine linen, and sling, and branded work. Thou didst eat fine flour, and honey, and oil, and thou wast exceedingly beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. And thy reign went forth among the Gentiles for thy beauty, for it was perfect through my commandments, which I have put upon thee, saith Yahuwah. Why did he do all these things on us? Where we just came from the day he entered into covenant with the voice of trumpet. We are sent upon the mountain, and now begin to deck us with all this. What has meaning anyway? Maybe we will do this when it comes to the marital covenant. Okay, quickly I want to put it, since we are still in the topic. When it comes to the Feast of Tabernacle, I'm going to break them all one by one. This is the mystery in it. So we'll talk about that. Deeper life, you have no portion in heaven, okay? Just keep running. Keep running, keep running, keep running. And keep running, and keep running, and keep descending into the deeper, bottomless pit where you came from. You said gold is evil, thunder strike you. Earring is evil, thunder strike you. Bracelet is evil, thunder strike you. Necklace is evil, thunder strike you. In Yahuwah's mighty name with your evil doctrine and satanic doctrine. Thunder strike you all in the mighty name of Yahuwah. Now, if you read Ezekiel chapter 1, verses 25 through the end, you will see Abayewa use all these things to deck himself. When you also check out Revelation 20, where you will see gold and all these pearls and all this diamond over there. This is how Abayewa uses it to deck us until the devil. Abayewa make us so attractive that the enemy now said, no, I'm going to strip them off. This is what it took. This is how Abayewa once decked us. We looks like him where we were once his image. That is the image he wants to bring about, because the whole world has forgotten a Yahuwah that have a double voice. The first voice could be good, and the other one is bad. It's so ugly. They are forgotten, and they are trying. Now we see how he decked us. We saw it over here again, Revelation chapter 12, verses 1. And there appeared a great signs and wonders in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. Check out Revelation 21. So this is how Abayewa decked us. He said that another wonders also appear, which is all this nonsense, Jesus and Allah deceiving people, taking your attention away from the blast of trumpet. And you now say you're already in almost 10 months. And Islam are the same. You are all mad. You can practice what you want to practice, but you are deceiving the people of the book. You are a liar. You are a folly deity's carrier. But let the dead bury the dead. Islam is coming to bury their own dead. That is the Sharia law. The Great Tribulation. The Third World War. It is let the dead bury their own dead. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 15 through 17. For this we say unto you by the word of Yahuwah, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Adonai shall not prevent them which are asleep. That is the dead people, okay? For Adonai himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. Trumpet also means shout. With the voice of the archangel, that is Michael, okay, is the chief archangel over all. He holds the covenant. In fact, I have so much on my head. And with the trump of Yahuwah, and the dead in the Messiah shall arise. Now we should be leaving this for next week, because the trump is next Shabbat, the last one to go. The 99 has already been sounded 2 days ago, okay? But the last trump is on what? They will blow it historically. This is what was going on in the Holy Land. On the first day of the seventh biblical month, all the blast of the trumpet is 100. So there will sound 99, left just one. So when are they going to do that one? In Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. That is the day they will release. They call that one Last Trump. Listen now, and with the trump of Yahuwah, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first, and then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet Adonai in the air, and so shall whoever be with him. The clouds again is the new earth. I've done that mystery, the new Jerusalem, the new earth. Okay. Matthew chapter 24, verses 29 through 32. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give his light. Come on now, who is the sun? It is Christian. You are going away. They are the sun worshipper. Sun, day, the day of sun. And who are the moon? Is Allah. The lunar people. The moon worshipper is Allah. The moon is going to fall. The sun is going to fall. That is the final judgment. And the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall. Who are the stars? It is Jesus. Angels are called stars of heaven. And from heaven that you shall fall. And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Those things that is shakeable will be removed. And the one that is unshakable will stay eternal. This is how he's going to bring his kingdom. 30. And there shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. It's terrible one, okay? And they shall see the Son of Man coming in clouds of heaven with power and great glory. This one is horrible. This is the other voice. But the first voice is for the elect, which is beautiful. But for you, the other voice is ugly. 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of trumpet. And they shall gather together the his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So them in heaven is coming, and we here on earth will cut together. So this is the nature of the Feast of Trumpets. So now we get this beautiful, this wonderful, who is calling? Stop that. We get this wonderful illustration, how it happened. We saw that in the book of Yahshua chapter 3. I wanted to, but there's no room to read it. Maybe we'll read it next week. Yes, for you to see when the gate is shut, no one is allowed to come in. So Anuka rapture, the one you call Enoch, he raptured with almost 1 million people. And after that, disaster was loosed on earth. The book of Yahshua chapter 3. Okay, we'll read it next week, okay? That is the picture. Then Joshua chapter 6, verses 13 through 20. Go and listen to it. It said, when at the seventh day, run about Jericho 7 times, and the seventh time the people will shout, for Yahuwah has given us, Jericho will be falling, and we will just walk through. So now, trumpets, okay, also means sound, make noise, and make a joyful noise, So what are we going to be making joyful noise for? We, his children here on earth, as he gave us a glorified body, as he cut us up, without seeing the great tribulation, without taking the mark of the beast. What are we going to be shouting for? What is Jericho that fought before us? It is our flesh. It is this nonsense body. It is this body being removed and a new body is being given unto you, because this body is a blockage to heaven. This body is a barrier. It's just like Jericho. Picture it. That is the perfect picture. He don't want you to ascend into rest. He don't want you to ascend into glory. He don't want you to ascend into a place of your own. That is Jericho. He wants you to remain in wilderness. But as soon as we sound the shofar, he goes down. And he said we should shout for joy. You know, Psalm 47 verses 1 says so. Make a joyful noise. Psalm 66 verses 1 also says so. Psalm 81 verses 1 also says so. Psalm 100 verses 1 also says so. Numbers 23 verses 21 also says so. A shout of a king is in the midst of the people of the book. That is the voice of Abba Yahuwah is with us. Now, the ugly side you don't want to look into. Let's quickly do that. We are running out of time. Numbers chapter 10 verses 9. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppress you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpet, and ye shall be remembered before Yahuwah your Elohim, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. So that's what took place in Jericho. That took place in Jericho. So when we are going to war, it's another way to use trumpets, to use the voice of Abba Yahuwah. Numbers again 31 verses 6. You're going to see it over there. Now, what happened to Jericho? Joshua chapter 6, read it all. What happened to Jericho? As soon as they blast of the trumpet, every single thing went down to the grave. That is, as soon as Jericho heard the voice of Abba Yahuwah, they all became dead. Children, women, man, old, young, all of them perishes. Also read Psalm 29 and see what the voice of Abba Yahuwah also did over there. It's all about the voice of Abba Yahuwah. When you goes to that place, Psalm 29, he speaks about how glorious the voice of Abba Yahuwah is, and he also speaks about how dreadful the voice of Abba Yahuwah is. Now, Revelation chapter 8, verses 10 through 11, listen now. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven. He sounded his trumpet. Read it all. It's a disaster. This is the place you shouldn't have been. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. This is the first Messiah, okay, the Jesus that is lying to people now. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers. The river is also human being. You can see Revelation 17 verses 1 and verses 15. Rivers, water are people. And upon the fountains of waters, is still speaking of his own people. 11. And the name of the star is called wormwood. What is wormwood? Gallbladder, bitterness, and the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Do you know the bitterness of life? Do you know how horrible it is for you to be facing that turmoil, tribulation? We are done for now. Next week